welcome back. This is By the Book, and we're your married relationship coaches. I'm Seth.
I'm Sil.
And today we're talking about Ready to Love, Season 6, Episode 2 of the finale. Or I'm sorry, not the finale, but the reunion.
Mm-hmm.
Real quick, we're just going to talk a little bit about the Swayzee and Kadian reconnection. I don't know how Mushmouth and Motormouth got back together, but I don't know. Maybe it's a match made in heaven.
Yeah, he talks a lot and he doesn't like to talk at all, so maybe that's the yin and the yang.
And when he does talk, what is he saying?
His tongue is a bit inflicted. You know?
I'm like, what is he saying when he starts talking about Samson?
Yeah.
Using big words.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, Lord, Swayzee. My nerves using them big words. No, but seriously, guys, I was surprised. I mean, I wasn't surprised after looking at them physically because she was all over him for the whole first part of the reunion. And then even in the second part, like she was very much like all up on him.
Yeah.
Now they said what happened was that, or Swayzee said what happened was that right after they left the show, both of them saying that they didn't want to continue, that Katie reached out. She called them.
Yeah.
And that made me know she loved me.
Oh my goodness. I'm sorry, y'all.
He's a cool dude.
My wife does a really good impression of him. I'm not going to ask her to do it on this video, but every time she does, that gets into that deeper voice, it just makes me crack up. Okay, but anyway, I'm sorry, baby. Go ahead.
Yeah, he knows that she really loves him because she reached out after the show. So cameras are gone, their contract is fulfilled. Yeah. But she still reaches out, because I guess he felt like that meant they had a true connection. Mm-hmm. So since that point, he said, they've had their challenges, but that it hasn't been anything like the big conflicts that you saw them have on the show. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, that's good. That's a good thing. Kadian doesn't seem to have slowed down and calmed down in terms of like her aggression and everything, but it wasn't directed at him.
True.
So maybe that's all he needed.
Maybe it was, or maybe she stopped pressing him for commitment.
Ooh.
Or where are we going? Trying to get him to do what he doesn't want to do, by which is talk about their future and give a label to what they are. And so maybe that's what she did, because as she said, I learned how to back off and give him his space or whatever. So so-called relationship can continue on its trajectory, I guess, of nowhere. It could, as long as you don't press, know. But in order for it to really go to the highest heights, you got to have some direction. You got to have some communication on where you're going and how we're going to get there together. And so just by happenstance, I don't know any successful couples that make it just off of pure luck or whatever. I don't know it. It has to be intentional. You have to talk about it.
Yeah. So I don't know. They didn't say what deep conversations they were having, but I did note that he called her his girl.
He did.
He acknowledged that right there on the set.
He did.
And also when Kadian expressed that he was her soulmate, he said something to the extent of, I feel the same way. So he acknowledged those things. And I think that's big for not only Kadian, but any woman to hear, to be acknowledged as your significant other, and then to also be told, that the feelings are mutual.
Yes, for him, I think that was phenomenal. Does it have staying power? I guess they will see.
Yeah, I'm real curious about that. I guess I'm encouraged. I approach it with a lot of hesitation though, because it seemed like their relationship was so volatile, and all they did was have conflict throughout. That I didn't have any hope when they walked away from that situation. Yeah. I expected fully when the reunion show came around for her to be fussing and saying, you didn't do this and you didn't do that. And that's not at all what we saw. Yeah. So
it was a surprise to me as well. I thought it went down in flames and it was just ashes.
Unrecoverable.
Yes, it was just ashes. But I guess like the phoenix, it rose again. Yeah. But that does not mean that it won't go back down in ashes. Yeah. So I wish that they do the work.
Yeah,
make
sure they have
their conversations to make sure their relationship continues to go.
Yeah, I think the pressure of the show for a lot of the people is a lot. So I think it's important to see that reunion, to see, like, for instance, Mike is still with Brandy. I knew that was going to happen, though. That was like a perfect match.
Yeah.
So I wasn't surprised at all. But to see that, Swayzee and Kadian came around, like we said, it's a surprise to us, but a pleasant surprise, I think. Now I just need her to calm down and not be so aggressive with other women. And then I think we'd be all good.
Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, like, come on. That's the only thing. And maybe, like you said, because Sharice is a habitual toe stepper.
Yeah.
Maybe she really does push buttons under the table. I think that for me, just the outward appearance of what we see, Kadian had presented as a more negative person than Sharice. I didn't like Sharice, but I was like, I don't like Kadian a little bit more. But that was purely off of her interactions with the ladies and the conflicts and the bumping of heads and the aggression with the ladies. If that's not there, hey, all the best to Kadian and Swayzee.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. I know some people will say you got to read between the lines and you got to see what's not happening to understand Kadian. You know what? Bad behavior is just bad behavior. and I'm not trying to psychoanalyze it to the point to where I have to make excuses for it or to try to put the blame on somebody else for somebody else have agitated or aggravated her or triggered her. No, bad behavior is bad behavior.
Yeah.
And if she's coming off aggressive and she's saying things out of turn or whatever, she's just doing that. And we're just going to call it, and on this channel, we're going to call it that.
Yeah, I mean, and she did. I like that she apologized to Tommy on the set for continually getting out of character. And that's what we mean, it continues to happen.
Yeah.
Causing Kayla to cry, which was super fake to me, but whatever.
Yeah.
Just purely focusing on her and Swayzee.
Yeah.
I wish they had a reunion. Do they have a later one? They need to have one like 6 months from whenever this one was filmed.
That would be so good.
Because we're going to have to stalk them on social media. Just try to find out. But I'm really, really curious if that relationship is going to last. I want to know less about Kadian, but more about like Swayzee's intentions. If he's more in that justice category, that very non-committal, this can only go so far category, or if, he really wants to be with somebody.
Well, you know what? Tommy said, I want to know about if there's wedding bells for this
and
couple.
It was crickets.
I don't know.
But it may be early. It's early to talk about it. Yeah. Swayzee is what? He was 33, I think, on the show or something like that.
Probably,
so he may be taking some time. It may take years for them to get to that place.
Yeah. As long as they get there in a healthy way, I don't have a problem. Yeah. Get there in a healthy way, treat each other right, and yes, men, we gotta talk. We gotta be able to communicate in order for the relationship to go to this level, then that level, and then that level. And you have to be able to bring your woman, your wife, along with you.
And if he wants to.
It's just not gonna happen by accident. Yeah. I'm sorry.
He's gotta want that though.
Yeah.
So hopefully he's not just like, this is, for the here and now.
Yeah.
Because if she's saying, like, I think he's my soulmate, that's something bigger than that. And if he's able to reciprocate that, then it should be. So, anyway, guys, let us know what you think. I was pleasantly surprised about these two. I was all ready to, jump on it. And I knew it. Yeah. But, I was wrong. I was wrong. So drop you guys' comments below. Let us know if you think that they'll last. Are they going to get married or anything serious?
I was happy that they're happy. I hope they continue to stay happy.
So like, share, subscribe, guys. We'll talk to you soon.
Bye.